Oklahoma, a state of mind.
Hey, Shackheads and Okies, it is Curtis Tucker, aka Shags, your host of the Okie Buzz podcast, back for episode number 3. If you guys hear something on this episode that you want to come back to later, something you need to jot down, don't forget, I am numbering all of the episodes because there are so many different variants and different stuff going on. So anyway, episode number 3, be sure and write that down. Commit that to memory if you're going to hear something on here that you're going to want to do, which you will. So put that down. I am your humble host of the show. I am centered here right in Enid, Oklahoma, covering the entire state of Oklahoma. You guys can hit me up at buzz@buzzheadmedia.com. Send me some feedback. Let me know what you think. I am still trying to get the show organized, still trying to get the website organized. The website, okiebuzz.com, is online. You guys can go there and see some of the highlights of upcoming concerts, festivals, and things like that. But I will have a calendar on there, and I think the calendar is going to be the most important part of the whole website and the whole business, because it's going to give you guys information on what's going on statewide, especially Oklahoma City and Tulsa on the weekends, and then you guys can plan your road trips and all of that stuff. So that is the whole point of Okie Buzz, just to provide you guys all of the fun, entertainment, cool stuff going on all over the state. And again, go to the Okie Buzz Facebook page and give me a follow there. Appreciate everybody that has followed since the last episode. Please subscribe to the podcast. And you can watch, if you're listening to the podcast, you can also watch these on youtube.com/@CurtisTucker, my Curtis Tucker YouTube channel. I'm putting these over there for now, so I don't have to start a whole new YouTube channel. So you guys check out the podcast there. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for all the feedback that I've gotten so far. And just a little bit about what's going on. So I am based here in Enid, Oklahoma. I have lived here, pretty much since first grade. My family moved here in 1900, but then my mom married an Air Force guy, so I did a little bit of traveling around as a young little tyke, but then came back to Enid in first grade and have lived here pretty much ever since, except for the years that I went out at college. So I have lived in Tonkawa and Stillwater and Edmond and Del City and more, and then back to Enid. So, and then this last weekend, we traveled over to Tulsa and went on a Saturday morning, went and saw the SEC Gymnastics Championships at the BOK Center, and it was the top 4 teams in the country. There was OU and Alabama and Florida and LSU. Unfortunately, Florida ended up winning, but it was a good time over there. A great show or venue and everything that went on. And if you guys didn't know, the general manager of the BOK Center, Keller Taylor, used to be the general manager here in Enid at the Stride Bank Center. And then he kind of moved around and then ended up there. So it was great getting to see him again. We stayed at the DoubleTree downtown. They were a little short-staffed, so there was couple of little kinks there, but overall it was okay. We ate at the Vault. Great restaurant, a cool vibe, I guess it used to be a bank, and it's got that mid-century modern feel to it. Just a really cool place. You guys need to check it out if you have not eaten there, and I highly recommend the honey hot chicken and waffles. That was really good. And then we just kind of hung out. We also went to Utica Square, did a little shopping there. I did post a video and some pictures. So what I'm going to try to do is get around to all of the major cities and even some of the small ones all over the state and get a big collection of photos and videos and some information about local restaurants and places to shop. And then all of that's going to be thrown into Okie Buzz. So please follow along, give me a follow, and I hope you guys enjoy the show. And then this podcast, I am going to finally come up with a format eventually. Right now, it's just a little willy-nilly. So this week, I'm going to start out with a little bit of information on Enid, since I live here and I do Enid Buzz, and I've been doing Enid Buzz since 2005, and I have 56,000 followers on Facebook over there, and reach anywhere from 3 to 5 million people on average on that venue. But so I'm trying to build this up to do the same thing, only make this statewide, and I'm not only trying to reach Okies and tell them what's going on, but also anybody outside of Oklahoma. If you're thinking about traveling to Oklahoma and you're wondering what's going on, this will be the place to check it out and see all of the highlights. So in Enid this weekend, one of our biggest events is the Red Brick Road Food Truck and Arts Festival, and that is going on this Saturday and Sunday on East Maple. So I think there's over 24 food trucks, and then like 30 art vendors and we're going to have breweries here. There's going to be music all day long. There's areas where you can sit and eat and, sit around and talk. So it's always a great time. It is $5 to get into the festival. They are only taking cash to make it run quickly. So bring at least $5 cash, and then all of the vendors and food trucks, there'll be somebody in there, like the majority of them, that will take debit cards and credit cards and stuff. So don't worry about that, and get over here to Enid and check that out. I've got the hours. I don't think I'm going to have all that information in front of me right now, but I might be able to dig it up for you. But anyway, you can go to enidbuzz.com and click on, well, actually it's on Okie Buzz. Go to Okie Buzz and click on the little post about the Food Truck Festival in Enid. And then we've also got, what else do we have going on this weekend? We've got live music on Friday night. We've got the Boy Scout car show going on Saturday as well. So you could always come over and go to that early and then go to the Food Truck Festival. And I'm sure we've got some other thing. Monster Truck Show, I think, going on. And those are going on out at the Expo Center. So come on over to Enid. We'd appreciate you guys coming. And then like I said, as I get the calendar done and get this, what I'm going to do on this podcast ironed out, instead of being so willy-nilly like I am right now, I will talk about what's coming up for the next weekend, and then kind of break it down on what shows and concerts have either just been announced or what's coming up the soonest, so you guys don't miss anything. But tonight, because it's still just the third episode and I'm still trying to get everything ironed out, I'm just going to be telling you events that have been announced that are coming up in no particular order. And so be aware of the dates and stuff that I give you, because it's going to be all over the place for right now. But we've got Shucked, the Tony Award-winning musical, coming to the OKC Civic Center. Great venue. Love going to shows there. It's kind of small, but it's kind of a little bit big, but small enough to be able to see everything, hear everything. It is a hilarious corn-fed, cornbread American musical, and it is coming to Oklahoma City May 12th through the 16th. Tickets are on sale. If you have not heard about that, do a little Google search and find out about Shucked, and you can go to the Civic Center Music Hall website and find tickets there. Then we've got if you guys don't know about the Okeen rattlesnake hunt, that is coming up. I mean, again, this is, there's so much cool stuff going on in Oklahoma, different parts of the state. So Okeen is one of our smaller towns up here in northwest Oklahoma, but they have an annual rattlesnake hunt where you actually can go hunt rattlesnakes, and then they have vendors and food trucks and things going on, and they actually cook rattlesnakes. You can try rattlesnake. That is coming up April 9th through the 12th in Okie, Oklahoma. They also have a lot of great shopping and courses in learning how to handle snakes and things like that. So just kind of a cool event. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you get to see lots of rattlesnakes. So get over there for that. Just a shout out to Chuck Norris, who passed away recently. If you didn't know, Chuck Norris was born and grew up his early years in Ryan, Oklahoma, and so just wanted to point that out. I'll be getting some famous people on the show and doing some interviews, and like some different artists and comedians and actors I'll be getting a hold of, and I'll be interviewing them. And then also just people that have become famous for different things that are from Oklahoma, I will also have on the show and be doing some interviews. So, but just wanted to point that out. We've got the Tulip Festival at the Myriad Botanical Gardens going on March 28th through April 6th. You get to experience 60,000 tulips in bloom. That is pretty cool. Again, it's at the Myriad Botanical Garden. They've got a full week of different things going on. And then the weekend, Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 6, they've got vendors, food trucks, music, and lots of tulips. So get over there for that. That is going to be a whole lot of fun. We've got the 89er Days, a big event, maybe one of the biggest in Guthrie, Oklahoma. If you guys have not been to Guthrie, Oklahoma, it is really cool. You go downtown, they've got a lot of the buildings still look like they did back in the day, but they have a big festival there. They celebrate the 89ers. It is the 89er Day celebration going on April 14th through the 18th, and it honors the Oklahoma statehood and land run of 1889. They've got a big parade, which is really cool, horses and cattle in the parade, carnival rides, rodeo events, live entertainment, food, shopping, all your normal stuff. Plus, you get to go around Guthrie and check out the town and all that. I would love to get down there and check that out. If you have not seen the Wallflowers, I saw the Wallflowers when they were first popular, and they played Stillwater, Oklahoma in Gallagher, Iba. So I went over and saw, and this was like in the 90s, I believe, saw the Wallflowers there. Well, they're coming back. They're going to be in Tulsa on Saturday, May 2nd, with special guest Aaron Lee Tazin, Tasjan, Tazin. I'm not sure how to say that. They are going to be performing Bringing Down the Horse in its entirety, plus a 50th solo anniversary tribute to Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. This show is one you won't want to miss at the Tulsa Theater. So get tickets to that. You can go to the Tulsa Theater website and get tickets to that. But the Wallflowers coming back, pretty cool. Then we've got a walkable music festival. Now, I have never really heard much about these type of festivals. I've never been to one, but Bricktown is having their first ever walkable district-wide music festival. It's called Bandwagon. Bricktown Music Fest takes place September 12th, so it's a ways off, but I'll keep reminding you. And they're going to have a legacy rooted in music and the venues that continue to bring year-round live music to the district today. They'll have performers, food, all kinds of stuff. And you can go to welcometobricktown.com/bandwagon for more information on that. Again, September. And all of this stuff that we're talking about is going to be here before you know it. When we did go to Tulsa this last weekend, we got up early Sunday before we drove back to Enid and went to Dilly Diner. If you guys have not eaten at Dilly Diner in downtown Tulsa, it's on 2nd Street. And if you like cinnamon rolls, which I do, they've got a cinnamon roll literally as big as your head. I don't think they can say that anymore because I think it's copyrighted somewhere, but it is called the Jed. and it is a huge cinnamon roll. It is covered in whipped cream, cheese frosting, and candied pecans, but you can get all that on the side. And it is the size where literally if you cut it into fourths, it would be a meal for one person. But get over there, try that if you have not eaten at Dilly Diner. We always like going there. And then one of the big events in all of Oklahoma, annual event, is the Festival of the Arts. They've been doing that for 60 years, you guys. Been going on in downtown Oklahoma City, put on by the Arts Council of OKC. It's their signature event. It is going to be happening in the OKC Bicentennial Park, which is right down there in downtown, April 23rd through the 26th. I've got all the hours listed there on okiebuzz.com. It is free to attend. There is mega amounts of art. I mean, it's the coolest arts festival. You just get to see all kinds of art. Just everything. And then there's also food trucks, performances, live music, shopping, just everything. So get down there. Hang out for the whole day. You'll find something to do the whole day. We've got Molly Tuttle with special guest band Lula coming to Kane's Ballroom on Thursday, April 16th. She is a Grammy-winning artist and one of the most respected guitarists in modern roots music. She's known for blending bluegrass, Americana, and beyond into something entirely her own. Get on Apple Music or Spotify or whatever, listen to some of her tunes. Molly Tuttle coming April 16th. Let me know, is there anybody out there that is a Molly Tuttle fan? I would love to hear from you. buzz@buzzheadmedia.com. Let me know. Then we've got the Cherry Blossom Trail going on right now along Route 66 at the Gathering Place. Get over there to Tulsa, check that out. The cherry blossoms, I guess, are in their peak bloom. So if you don't get over there soon, you're going to have to wait for another year. It's on basically at the Gathering Place. So check that out. You can go to probably the Gathering Place website and get more information on that. And then just a reminder, I think I talked a little bit about some of the pre-festivities of the Route 66 Capital Cruise coming up in honor of 100 years of Route 66. Over there in Tulsa, they are going to set the Guinness World Record for the number of cars in a cruise, and that is May 30th. So if you haven't signed up your car already, I think they probably already have the record they're going for is 3,000 cars. I bet they've got it, but never hurts to add some more cars. And even if you're not going to be a part of setting the record, still get over there and check it out. And they've got the route right there in Tulsa over Route 66. They won't be traveling. I think it's a mile. They're only going to be cruising for about a mile. But then again, before and after, there's going to be live music, food trucks, vendors, all kinds of stuff going on that entire weekend. May 30th. So get over there for that. That'll be fun. And then I ran across, I have not eaten at, I don't know if it's Weber's or Weber's. What do you guys think? Weber's? I'm going to go with Weber's Root Beer. And they are a burger root beer stand there in Tulsa. And they have been around since 1933. So 33. And they are located in the heart of Brookside at 3817 South Peoria. If you guys haven't been to the Brookside area of Tulsa, great little area with great boutiques and shopping and stores and restaurants and a really cool vibe art. So get over there and go do some shopping and grab a root beer and a burger at Weber's. I'm going to say Weber's. And if you didn't know, the Tonkawa tribe has the hub and casino in Tonkawa. Well, they just built a new hub in Stillwater. Now, this one does not have a casino. It is just a family entertainment center, which is really cool. They've got bowling lanes, 4 movie theaters, arcade games, a lot of pickleball ball courts, a sports bar, and more, and a huge outdoor seating area. It is at 3601 North Perkins. It's right there on the corner of Perkins and Airport Road. And it's really, I think it's less than a mile south of the AMC movie theater. So they've got a lot of movie theaters in Stillwater all of a sudden, but brand new facility. Get over there, check that out. If you guys are looking for a road trip, you can always have some fun there. Run over to Joe's, get some cheese fries, go back, play some pickleball, all kinds of stuff. I wanted to give a shout out to the OKC Thunder. They have announced the name of the new venue that they are building across the street from their current arena. It is going to be called the Continental Coliseum. Woohoo! I say kudos. If you guys did not know, Continental Resources, the one that is going to be the have the naming rights for the next 15 years, they are from Enid, Oklahoma. Harold Hamm started his business here, raised his kids here. I graduated with his daughter at Enid High, and he just kind of outgrew Enid, unfortunately. Trying to recruit people to Enid was hard. We didn't have the airport for it, and so he moved Continental Resources down to Oklahoma City, I don't know, probably a little over a decade ago, and they are growing down there, but hopefully they don't leave Oklahoma City. And this is kind of, I think, their commitment to sticking around Oklahoma City. But little old business from Enid, Oklahoma is now has the naming rights to the Thunder's new arena, which I believe is set to open in 2028. It is going to be a cool, huge venue. From what I hear, though, the actual arena, I mean, the actual building is bigger, but I don't think it has more seats. It actually might have a few less seats. I think they were going for a more intimate and more box type seats, I guess. I'm not sure how all that's going to work out. Reba, guess what? Reba's coming back to Oklahoma, and she's doing one show. She is going to be performing at Reba's Place, which is her restaurant and bar in Atoka, and she'll be doing that not very far away on April 9th. So that's coming up. If you haven't got tickets, you better cruise over there and try to find tickets. She was giving some tickets away. If you can find that link, I believe I've got it posted there on the Okie Buzz Facebook page. So try to win tickets, because it may be, I got a feeling it's already sold out. But if you have not seen Reba actually came to Enid on our 1-year anniversary of our facility, and she performed. I got to, at that time I was doing the photography for a lot of the bands that were coming into the venue. So I got to take a lot of pictures of Reba when she was here. It was a great concert, really fun. And that, again, that was our 1-year anniversary. That's been a while back. And then we've got Carrie Underwood, you guys. She is right now on American Idol. And she's going to, after the season is over, she will be doing a little bit of touring. She is coming to the Lucas Oil Live on June 12th down there in Thackerville. So go to I think you can get tickets on SeatGeek, but I'm not sure if those are the best price. They may be, I'm not sure, but go to the Lucas Oil Live there in Thackerville website, and you'll be able to have access to tickets. Now, here's something, this is like another huge thing in Oklahoma, and I have never been. I can't believe I've never been, but let me know, you guys out there, how many of you have been to Rocklahoma, and how many of you have not been to Rocklahoma? And it takes place in Pryor, Oklahoma, I think just a little bit outside of Pryor. I've got directions to that on the Okie Buzz Facebook page, and I will be getting all those details transferred over to the website here pretty quick. But that's coming up September 4th, 5th, and 6th. There's going to be 3 stages. There's going to be 48 bands. And this is like an outdoor camping type deal. Now, you can go for just one day if you want to, but they've got pricing for 3 days. It's kind of meant to be this long weekend of music and partying and eating and just hanging out. So get your tickets for that. It is over Labor Day weekend. And man, I can't even. We got Stone Temple Pilots. We've got Slayer. We've got Suicidal Tendency coming. The Pretty Reckless is coming. I would love to see the Pretty Reckless. And gosh, who else? Buck Cherry, Slaughter, Molly Hatchet, Pennywise, Papa Roach, Godsmack, Ugly Kid Joe, President. Like I say, 48 bands, 3 stages. I don't know how you guys are going to keep up. Let me know. Buzz at buzzheadmedia.com. If you guys have been, let me know if there's somebody out there that's been to all of the Rocklahomas. I'm not sure how many years they've been. Oh, 20th anniversary. They've been doing it 20 freaking years. How have I not been once in 20 years? I don't know. But here's a fun little thing that I ran across today, and it's happening this weekend. So if you guys want to do it, you need to think about that quick. It's Discover Tulsa's historic White City neighborhood crawl, and it's happening in Braden Park. And it's a special self-guided neighborhood crawl. You're going to stroll through the tree-lined streets at your own pace, step inside multiple private homes, each revealing original details, historic craftsmanship, and architectural charm. Founded around the former White City, Jersey dairy farm established in 1914, this neighborhood tells a rich Tulsa story you can experience firsthand. And again, that's on a Sunday, March 29th from 1 to 4 p.m. You do have to get tickets, and I've got a link to the tickets on there. A portion of those proceeds support the neighborhood association, so should be fun. I mean, if you like going to like open houses, that are for sale, these aren't for sale. These are just open houses to let you look at. And I've got some pictures of the houses, and they are really cool looking houses in the neighborhood. So it'll be a fun time. So get your tickets to that. And then we've got, I guess around opening day, the first couple of days this was open, it was packed down in Oklahoma City at the zoo, but the Oklahoma City Zoo is presenting their Dinosaur expedition. It is now open. You get to go into the zoo, and you're going to discover 60-plus life-sized animatronic dinosaurs and prehistoric skeletons throughout the Oklahoma City Zoo. It is already running, and it runs through November 1st, 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily, weather permitting. And that, again, is at the zoo on Remington in Oklahoma City. So I believe you can just get tickets when you get there at the gate as part of your zoo tour. So that is all of the big stuff that I've got posted. I know I've run across a ton of other events and concerts. I know Blake Shelton is coming, and I'll get that and all that. And again, I'll get all of that on a calendar on Okie Buzz, which is going to make it really easy for you guys to see what's coming up throughout the state. We've got balloon festivals coming up. We've got stuff going on out at Little Sahara, stuff over in eastern Oklahoma, close to Arkansas, just all kinds of fun stuff. And give me a little bit of time, be a little bit patient with me on getting all this organized, but I'm the kind of entrepreneur that likes to just kind of throw it out there and get started rather than waiting till everything's perfect. And, a lot of times that sets people back and they never get started. So I got all this going. It will get better as I go along. The podcast will get better. I will have kind of a format for it. And like I said, I will eventually have some guests on here doing some interviews. On the website, I'll have more places to shop and places to eat. I don't necessarily want to do restaurant reviews, but if I go eat somewhere or shop somewhere and it's like really cool, I'm going to tell you about it. I'm probably not going to get on there and, give them like a 2-star out of 5 or things like that. But I will try to find places that are new or places that maybe a whole lot of people in the state don't know about, especially in the smaller towns. And that's going to be the whole part of Okie Buzz. So I would really appreciate you guys sharing everything, especially the Facebook page. We know in today's world, social media is what drives everything. And so that right now, that is the only social media thing that I'm doing other than throwing these videos on YouTube on the Curtis Tucker channel. So check that out. I also do the Curtis Tucker podcast, which is just kind of a willy-nilly, you never know what I'm going to be talking about every week type podcast. So if you're looking for extra podcasts to listen to, especially if somebody with a local flavor, that would be me. I'm an entrepreneur here in Enid, but I also I've been an extra in 5 different movies. I was in Twisters and Wildlife and some of those movies. And then I also chase tornadoes, sometimes with Mike Bennett with Channel 4. I also chase solar eclipses. I've gone up to Nebraska and over to Arkansas for the last 2. Try to get into the path of totality. Enid and the whole state of Oklahoma is going to have a total solar eclipse in 2045. I'm getting ready for that. That will be on enideclipse.com. I'm going to have some t-shirts done here pretty soon. I'll be selling those. So I'm going to keep you guys updated on all that, all the stuff going on all over the state. So give me a subscribe to the podcast, whatever you're listening to it on right now. If you're on the YouTube channel, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you have not followed the Okie Buzz Facebook page, please check that out. And I have got a t-shirt store called Zoinkies.com, and that's like Zoinks and Jinkies from Scooby-Doo. I made up my own word called Zoinkies, Zoinkies, Zoinkies.com. I will have Okie Buzz and a lot of other Oklahoma t-shirt designs on there, and I'll be selling those there. And eventually, as Okie Buzz grows, I know it's going to, take it a little while here to grow, but I will probably start showing up at some of these festivals and things with my own booth selling Okie Buzz t-shirts and meeting you guys. I'll have stickers, window stickers, bumper stickers, and would love to meet all of you guys. So please give me feedback, give me suggestions where I should go next. What towns should I visit? If I go to certain towns, what restaurant should I eat in? What meal should I try when I go to that restaurant? What are your favorite festivals? Who are your favorite local musicians? I'd love to interview them. I want to play a lot of independent music on the podcast. And one gal that you need to check out from Enid, Oklahoma, she just released some new songs in Nashville. She's living in Nashville, is Chloe Beth. So check out Chloe Beth's new single that she just released. I will get a link and a partial part of that song on Okie Buzz on the Facebook page, and then I'll contact her here pretty soon and do an interview with her. But if there are other artists, if there's actors, if there's anybody out there, if you've got something that you want to promote, I am looking for some advertisers on Okie Buzz. I know it's going to take a little while for me to build up some numbers, but if you want to get in early and just, be an advertiser, just to say you helped me get things started, I'm looking for, I'm kind of looking for like a corporate, like a Mathis Brothers, Thunder, casino, big type advertiser. And, basically you would be all over the podcast, all over the Facebook page, all over the website. And even though I don't have huge numbers at this point, just go to Enid Buzz and check out my numbers there, and you'll know that I can grow an audience, which I will. And this will be cool, but get in on the ground floor before anybody else does. And I would love to have you on board. So anyway, hit me up at buzzheadmedia.com. I will get a phone number where you guys can text me and call. Right now, I'm just deciding which number I'm going to use. So appreciate you guys. Have a great week. Don't forget to keep checking in on Okie Buzz. We'll talk to you later. See ya.
Oklahoma.